Hey guys, before I start the video, I'm watching this YouTuber right here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure her channel is for like kind of children. I'm not sure, but she definitely doesn't cuss in her videos, so definitely know it's alright. And most of my audience is probably in high school to college anyway, so I don't even really have to worry about it. And the fairy tale sticks, I'm so terrified that most of my audience are older than me. Like quite a bit older than me, like teenagers to almost to young adults kind of scary.
Today, I'll be drawing every single Danny's World toon if they were human. And Twisteds, of course. This is gonna be a long one, so be sure to tune in until the very end, and maybe I'll draw Danny's World OCs next. First up is Poppy. Poppy is one of the many playable toons in Danny's World, appearing as a small bubble girl with a big pink bow on her head, as well as a bubble in the back resembling a ponytail. She also wears a pink dress paired with pink and yellow striped socks. She's described as having a very positive and bubbly personality, enjoying socializing with other toons. Because Poppy is a beginner character, unlike many other toons, she does not possess any crazy abilities, but she is good for those starting out. However, this isn't the only version of Poppy you'll see. While playing around in the game, you'll most likely stumble upon Twisted Poppy, who is basically a corrupted version of herself. She appears with her dress and pink bow now being torn, along with an ink-like substance covering several parts of her body. Her eyes are now bloodshot red, with her smile now being a frown. Needless to say, Poppy no longer looks like her usual self. There is a twisted version of each character in the game, with Poppy being one of the most common that you'll see. When a Twisted spots you, they will chase you, and it's in your best interest to get away from them as soon as possible, or else you may be killed. Once you finally complete the puzzles on the map, you quickly make it to the elevator and move on to the next floor. Going back to the Twisteds, apparently this black substance is called Ichor, and it's the game's form of currency. Weird, right? But that's not all. Ichor is what actually causes toons to transform into Twisteds. How exactly this happens is currently unknown. Since Poppy is described to have a bubbly personality, I was sure to match that in my drawing. I drew her human hair to look similar to her bubble hair, and also gave her a swirled ponytail that holds the shape of a circle, as well as her dress having a little more pizzazz, with a yellow ribbon in the middle to match with her striped gloves. And don't worry, of course, I didn't forget about Poppy's twisted form. Here is human Poppy. Next up is Goob. His full name is Goob the Fluffy Craft, but I'll just call him Goob. Goob appears as a thing. Not entirely sure what he's supposed to be, but all I can find is that he is simply described as a humanoid craft. And also, he has a sister named Scraps made of paper. This silly guy has a square-shaped head with a cute and goofy facial expression, along with many tufts of fur, so we can assume he may resemble an animal of some sort. His torso is bean-shaped, with stripes on his legs. The most prominent feature of his design is his very long noodle-like arms, which are so long that they touch the floor. His hands are red and blue with opposite colored claws, as well as him having red and blue freckles on his cheeks. His personality is described as innocent and joyful, as he enjoys giving friends hugs to make them feel better, and he's easily excited. So basically, Goob acts like a little kid. His special ability is called Hug, being able to pull other toons towards him with his long arms. This can be used to help them get away from the Twisted, or to pull a friend closer to the elevator quickly when time is running out. He's also one of the fastest toons in the entire game. In his Twisted form, Goob no longer has a joyful expression on his face. Instead, he almost looks to be in pain, having a very distraught facial expression. Just like Poppy, his eyes are now red, and his teeth are spiked. Ichor can be seen leaking from his eyes, giving the impression Goob is crying. His claws are also now much longer in his Twisted form, and his fur is now sharp. Unlike Poppy, Twisted Goob is rare, and not surprisingly, he is also much harder to escape, as when he spots you, he stretches out his long noodle arms and grabs you with his claws, quickly pulling you towards him, allowing him to instantly attack you, which is pretty scary. When escaping him, you need to be a little more strategic. He can try to grab you every 10 seconds, and the only way to avoid being grabbed is hiding behind objects to block him from doing so. This means being in large, spacious rooms is a no-no, and it's best to stay in areas with more objects to hide behind. Goob is for sure one of my favorite characters, and I love his goofy vibes. He reminds me of my cat Mocha. For his human form, I drew Goob with scruffy hair and a cute goofy facial expression. His sweater is oversized, the sleeves going over his hands to resemble those long noodle arms. Paired with that are some black overall shorts. And I couldn't resist making his eyes blue and red. Here is human Goob. The third toon on this list is Tisha. Tisha, the tissue box, is another toon in Dandy's world, appearing as a scion box with a tissue sticking out of her head. Her dress is dark blue with a light blue trim, as well as a tissue tucked in the collar of her dress. She has many freckles on her face, and also is accompanied by a feather duster held in her hand. Tisha is a character who enjoys cleaning, and loves it so much to the point of being obsessed with it. In fact, most of her interactions with the other toons is talking about cleaning, like all the time. Always wanting everything to be spotless, she hates dirty things, and when stuff is unorganized. Other characters have shown concern for Tisha's obsessive cleaning habits, telling her she really needs to take a break. She also scolds others to clean their room. She really just sounds like a tired mom. She should go up against that one TikTok cleaner. She's a great support character, and her ability is Tidy Up, which increases the movement speed of toons around her by 25% for 5 seconds. Another common twisted you'll see is Twisted Tisha, who appears holding a feather duster covered in ichor. Her eyes are red, with ichor dripping from her mouth as well as her tissue.
This is how I tween, guys. You're about to watch head-on experience. Okay. Actually, okay, so I'm thinking about the pose right now. Okay. So, okay, I'm thinking about the pose. I know I want one of the hands like there. Okay. And then I want the other hand up like this. Yes, we're gonna have some body killing. We all knew that was gonna happen, guys. When you make a gacha character, you always know you're gonna have to self-destruct them. It's the only way to make a good gacha character, by self-destructing them. You know, am I the only one not pleased by the hand? Okay, there. And then I'm just gonna do like she's just grappling at the air. Him, Robin. And then I'm just gonna like do a flat head hand. Like just, okay, that's completely covering up her face. His face. Her face. Her face. You can see where I accidentally keep calling the wrong thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to pose the hand specifically. Probably move the hand down just a bit because, okay, there. And then there, and then there. Okay, so, gosh, why does this look so good? Okay, sorry guys. I had something to talk about. Oh my god, you know what? That actually looks adorable. And maybe we should have the hair clip. The hair clip part that has doors. So, for people who actively watch my channel and know about it, you understand what I say of this. Oliver is not great around children. Reason is, he's the reason why the real Vincent is dead. He's the reason why we got that copy Vincent. He's also the reason why William has a purple eye. He's also another reason why his wife is a little depressed and probably saddened. So yeah, it's like 112 different ways that Oliver has done something bad. And that's why that's why nickname for Olive is not Oliver, because I'm sorry, I don't like Olivers. It's not to be rude or anything, I promise. It's just the bad rap I get with them now. I promise, guys, if your name is Oliver and you're a sweet, kind person, then yes. Also, Oliver generally sounds like a middle-aged name. Like, it could be really childish, but at the same time, it could be very adultish. Like, Oliver just sounds like a business person's name to me. Okay, guys, I look at a certain character and I say, right now, you look more like a Noah than a Jacob. Oh, great. 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 Okay. Fantastic. Really, Body? You really had to give me one right now. Okay, sorry, guys. Okay, so one of my videos, I think 2 or 3 videos ago, I said something, and if you were paying attention, I did tell you, I do have period cramps. Yes, I am a female. Boys, you just gonna have to get used to that. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna end up dating somebody eventually, so let's not all be some judgy people in the comments. But hey, I can't control you, same as my teacher can't control everybody to sing. So you know what? If you become a judgy person, you'll just not. I probably just unsubscribe to you. Okay, it's a judgeless community. Okay, we don't judge anybody here, including me. It's my channel, my rules. Okay, if anybody knows how to set those guidelines, thingies where you tell what your comments rules have to be, because I would love to have that, because generally, you know how many, because I feel like I should set a rule that says you have to answer the question, because okay, I'm sorry, but I ask so many questions in my videos sometimes, and none of you guys actually answer me, which makes me sad, because I think my 27 subscribers should help with it. Okay, I'm not saying you have to help. I'm just saying you should be a little helpful, maybe sometimes. Okay? Not saying you have to help me. I'm just saying you're gonna have to be a little helpful sometimes, maybe. Me trying to find this cutie some glasses. Oh my god. Oh god! This is definitely giving the definition of a softie right now. But to be honest, he might be at this point. Also, the pink I'm using is real pretty of a pink. It's so pretty. A hot pink is just gorgeous, I guess. Also, hey guys, if anybody actually has tips for how to make gotcha safe without watching a bunch of ads or getting into level 5 or something, I would really appreciate it, because you know the countless times that I want to save my work, but then I can't because, problems occur. Yeah, I would like if those problems, disappear. Also, the purple little dot on his face is a needle wound. Yes, unfortunately, yes. Okay, so we're gonna get into his backstory and stuff. His name is Jacob. Yes. He's an 8-year-old little boy. His birthday is basically think in 1 week and a half. Not sure. By looks of him, yes, he likes strawberries now and hot pink. That just got made up on the spot, guys. Not joking, actually. Literally just got made up on the spot. So he's actually, okay, before anybody starts yelling at me, when I originally thought about this, Oliver is still around when William was 18. I think he died 2 weeks before, his 19th birthday, which is good. Ugh. I like that father figure being kicked out before more of his time goes by. So basically, I'm just gonna start this. So basically, when I made this, Oliver was supposed to be 40, I think, And then Rosie was supposed to be 39, or Miss Rosie. Okay, now 2 Rosies. The Rosie who literally sometimes calls me and hands me over animals. And then we have this Rosie. Oliver's wife. The nice person who I actually like. That's the... Okay, that just left me questioned. The one just saw the post up, it said remember me, and it said commented. But I don't remember that thumbnail. So might have to look at that later, but okay. I promise, guys, and like my mom. Okay, I had to show you something, guys. That's my mom's. And then this is mine. And that's all because I just got those. I promise, unless they're like videos, I will check it. And when I get home from school, mostly the first things I do, first thing when I get home from school, I check my freaking posts. Like I check my notifications. And I start watching YouTube, and then I figure out if I want to post that day or not, because I'm sorry, guys, but my motivation doesn't give you enough breathing.
Which appears to have been torn up and now spiked, with Tisha having a rather psychotic facial expression. Just like Twisted Poppy, she does not possess any special abilities. However, she does have a 10-second idle time, when she decides to stop and sweep the floor, which can be kind of annoying if she's camping a machine that you need to get to, so it's best to have someone who will distract her. In this form, she looks like she wants to murder anyone and anything who isn't clean. I'm sorry, Tisha, I promise I'll clean my room. Jokes aside, Tisha is my absolute favorite character in the game because her design is so adorable. The one everyone has tried to blow their nose on her. Her hair is styled with straight bangs and pigtails, and I designed her dress to look more like a maid outfit and more formal, along with the tissue on
I saw something in the bushes or something. This is next to our cow fence. It's not our cow fence. It's actually our neighbor's, but his cow fence connects to our part of the driveway. So basically, every morning we scream moo-moos or cows or something moo-moo related or something, I guess. So we basically just sit there and we just wait there basically. So I walked over and I saw a little cutie sitting in a literal jacket. No, I mean not jacket, literally no jacket, short sleeve. Freaking rips in his pants. Not rips in his pants, like he had pants, but like, okay. And like he somehow twisted his leg on something and like he couldn't move it, so then I walked over, asked him if he's okay, and he got really scared because at that time, I don't think he could have really moved properly and run away from me. If he thought I was dangerous, he couldn't run away or anything, because I didn't know this at his time, but apparently he scratched his leg up very badly, and yes, still asking where logic is in the sentence. Yes, it's about to be winter. 21st, guys, not right now, but yeah, so basically, he apparently got his leg bitten by a snake, and since the snake was an adult, and somehow he had a strong blood system, tapping at a freaking dot on his face, he was able to actually survive through it, and then I got him to the hospital after realizing that, and then I asked him a bunch of questions when we were walking back, and he talked about how his family was mean to him. And before anyone jumps in, I thought you said Rosie, yes. But she's also very sweet, gullible, and very easy to get controlled. Fortunately for her, that's not really good. AKA Oliver being the one who's abusive and controlling in the family. Basically told her that probably, I don't know the discussion, but my guesses are because she's so sweet, and I know she would not freaking hurt a child because she wanted to. She would never hurt a child, guys. She would never do that. And I know her good enough so she wouldn't. Basically, my guesses are that Oliver forced her to do this. Being rude to, hurt him because, as you can see, he has naturally white hair. And yes, I actually think this is actually going to be the cutest OC I've ever made. I don't know why, but strawberries and cats together kind of the cutest scenario. So basically, that happened. And I had to call... No, actually, no, that's a little weird. So he told me about his family, like, excluding him, like, not letting him into family activities and stuff. And he apparently has a step-cousin that people call, but I think it's William's niece, he said. So I'm not sure. I don't know what everyone calls her for that. But she's, like, 9 years old, and her name is Lauren. And she's absolutely a jerk to him. So basically, I had to go. So basically, I finally got enough courage and ask what was his last name, and then or his father's last name, and then he said Afton. So I told him what his last name. He said Afton. So yeah, Jacob Afton. Yes. Apparently, okay, dead people don't have to make sense. Apparently, 8 years ago, Rosie and Oliver had another kid. One look, judged. That's all I'm gonna say. It's pretty obvious for reason why I say that. So yeah. Basically, he got ignored and he got really hurt his feelings, and I'm pretty sure his school life wasn't easier either. So yeah, but of course we have William's younger siblings, which actually made it quite better for him. At least he had somebody to cry to. Oh yeah, that was not funny. Jesus, Robin, my humor sucks. That's not even funny. Okay, once I get to tell you about, I laugh in awkward situations, or my humor is so busted and messed it up that I generally just laugh. Yes, evil, I know it, but I can't help it. Please, ignore that. So yeah. We were able to calm him down. We were able to get him to... So then I called William. He apparently not know about having a younger brother. Apparently, the reason why he doesn't know that is because Oliver, kind of like kept him hidden. Yeah. Don't we love that? Kept him hidden, so yeah. Sorry guys, I actually think this feature is actually really useful. What time is it? Oh! Mother! 2 hours ago, this guy. Why? Okay. That's my mom's stuff. She's a book writer, and she, like, has her TikTok channel, but, like, she doesn't let me on it, and she has, like, a face scan thing, so I can't go in anyways if I wanted to. And basically, her channel is not for me. It's not kid friendly. So yeah. But this might be the cutest OC possible. I really actually do love it. So, this is actually really cute. I might be the cutest OC possible. So basically, I talked with, William. He said he had no clue, and I asked him where his bedroom was. Apparently down in the basement, which makes that unfortunately sad. So yeah, now since his actual parents kicked him out, and I know it'd be awfully weird if William and, Clara adopted him. Pretty sure that'd be really odd. That'd be an actual odd thing, like, extremely. So, without knowing any of the background details, I offered his parents, because yes, I can do that. And so yeah, now I'm his mom, but he's living with his he's actually living with his brother, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of weird to explain, but okay, we have to have a bit weird moments. Also, I figured so this is gonna be my winter outfit if anybody wanted to know. Yeah, I might fix that later, but I'm planning to put this up on my YouTube channel on the 21st. Yes, I love hoods. I literally, every morning when I'm on the bus, I literally put my hood on, and afternoon, because it's so comfortable, and especially when your bus driver decides the AC is the most important thing, it blasts on cold 100, So yeah, that stuff happened. Oh, I forgot to give my little guy something. My headset accessories. I don't know if they have leaves yet, because generally I don't think no one would want to have a leaf. But honestly, I kind of do. So yeah, basically he told me that his family did this kind of tradition, where like they give pretty leaves to each other. Give pretty leaves to the children. I like that tradition, just not how it got executed with him. Yeah, his sister, jerk, excluded him. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's any dolls. So yeah, basically, now I have a adorable little child. I like the donut one. So now, yeah, we have that going on for us. But to be honest, I'm pretty sure everything's good. Okay. Why do I feel like that's my mom's face and I see Donald Trump in the background? Okay, I don't think that's my mom, but kind of looks like her. And also, who has a freaking Donald Trump in their background? Unless that's there to make fun of them, then yeah, no, I'm sorry. If you're a Donald Trump liker, I have something against you. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, not to be like a fat jerk or anything, but I absolutely despise Donald Trump likers, okay? Okay, so, you know what I'm about to say. Another boy, you know what his name is? Jacob. Okay, guys, I swear to gosh, I'm normally more creative than this. It's just my brain decided to hotwire me today. Hotwire me that day. So he's actually the second newest rescue, and I get to who's actually the newest rescue in a
maid
moment.
headband. Tisha actually does have a skin that is a maid outfit, which makes so much sense since she enjoys cleaning. She's wearing Scion socks and cleaning gloves while holding her feather duster. I had a lot of fun making her twisted version as well. Here is human Tisha.
Sorry
Don't
guys, I
forget
need
to clean your
refreshment. But so yeah.
Coming up is Cosmo. Cosmo the pastry appears as a chocolate roll cake with colorful sprinkles and icing on top. He wears a sleeveless white hoodie paired with colorful socks to match his sprinkle freckles. As his introduction card reads, Cosmo is great in the kitchen and he loves baking treats for his friends. He's best friends with Sprout and is very generous. So reading this, we can see Cosmo is a very sweet and caring character, always being considerate of others. His special ability is called Sharing is Caring, where he can give one of his own parts to heal someone else. So he's a great support character. His stats are also great aside from his skill check. Twisted Cosmo can be seen with Ecor covering the entire...
But he's still really cute, really easy to befriend.
Left side of his face, as well as crying Ecor from his right eye. His left hand is also covered in this substance, now having long, sharp claws. His eyes are red and slightly different from all the other Twisteds, having an extra ring around his pupil. His teeth are very sharp. In Twisted Cosmo's research, it states that Cosmo being separated from his best friend has caused him to chase others down, so we can assume he's very distraught and lonely. I actually feel really bad for Twisted Cosmo. He doesn't deserve this. Free my boy. Since Cosmo is a Swiss roll, I drew him with swirly styled hair, along with some white strands to resemble the icing.
And he's happy and stuff. But yeah. I think I like the smell a little too much. Thank you, a little.
He still included those cute sprinkles on his cheeks, but now they're stickers. He's wearing a short sleeve white hoodie with a colorful striped shirt underneath and matching pants. And of course, he's holding a tray of yummy cookies. In his Twisted version, I added more Ecor to amp up the creepy factor. Here's human Cosmo from Dandy's World.
Quack quack.
Hi, we're the Sheltons.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets is that it's a
At least I didn't get anything.
Next on this list is Shelly. Shelly
inappropriate.
Falsillion, also known as just Shelly, is not only a playable toon, but also one of the 5 main characters in Dandy's World. These types of toons usually have more requirements to obtain than other normal toons, and also tend to have the best stats. And in the lore, are the main characters in the Dandy's World show. Shelly appears as an Ammonite shell with a beige color, along with orange blush on her cheeks, and wearing a dark brown overall dress with a light brown shirt underneath. She's a very extroverted toon, as well as being very kind, always cheering other toons on and staying positive. She also has a very strong interest in dinosaurs, and loves talking about them with others. Shelly is a little bit different from everyone else though, as she is often described
I absolutely enjoy
as a forgotten toon, and is said to be heavily ignored compared to the other toons. This could mean she is the most forgotten main character in the Dandy's World show, not being very popular. She is also very surprised when approached by other toons, implying she is so used to being ignored that she doesn't even expect anyone to talk to her. In Shelly's Twisted form, she now has a psychotic facial expression with wide red eyes and sharp teeth. She appears as one of the more disturbing looking Twisteds, her torso separated from her legs, exposing a large spiked ribcage. Her legs are now dinosaur legs, as well as having a dinosaur tail in the back. Ecor spills from several parts of her body, as well as her shell head. Her Twisted form is
everyone hates that when that happens, but yeah.
Very disturbingly tall, and this seems to be a reoccurring theme
I'm
with
not
many main
saying God
Twisteds.
to
This
club
thing
is
running at
buggless.
you is terrifying.
God
When
to
she
like
chased
is
me, I wanted to
buggless.
poop my pants. Her Twisted
But to
research
be honest,
reads the blatant
if we look
ignorance
at it
of her
in the right
existence
light,
by everyone around her has
we all
enraged her,
know
meaning
which one
Shelly
we will
was so
prefer.
neglected by everyone around her that she
It's
just couldn't take it anymore.
wacky,
Well, people definitely
chaotic,
are ignoring her now. When
fair
Twisted
quality
Shelly
overall,
appears
I
on your
guess.
floor, her
Yeah.
presence makes every toon extract slower, which is definitely a pain,
See,
especially
this
for those who
guy's
already
suffering,
extract slow to begin with.
street,
But
so-
Shelly the toon
He told me about it. I got
has
him.
some of the most solid stats out of any character in the game,
So
so she's a great
look,
option.
he's
And
new.
she has 2 abilities. Her ability Inspiration allows her to boost the extraction speed of a selected toon by 75% for 15 seconds. Her second ability, Problem Solver, makes her gain
actually like
25%
spicy
movement
pumpkin
speed
cookies.
boost when any machine is completed
All
for
of
10
us will
seconds.
take happy
So
to
needless
that.
to say, she's a great toon. I drew Shelly with a short haircut with swirl designs to resemble the shape of her shell head, and I kept her outfit mostly the same, but adding a couple extra details, like a patch on her overall dress and buttons on the strap.
My only one really wants to do. I haven't did cow whiskers. Am I the only one who forgot about their existence?
And of course, I drew her holding a mini dinosaur. Her Twisted version was a bit of a
Where's
challenge
the
to put together,
cat?
but hey, I definitely got the creepy factor down. Here is human Shelly. Make way for Shrimpo. And no, he is not for eating. Shrimpo the shrimp appears as a little dude with a shrimp for a head, along with a very angry look on his face. He's wearing a red shirt with a single white stripe, and yeah, his design is pretty simple, but also one of my absolute favorites in the game. Shrimpo can be described with a single word, angry, because that is his entire personality. Proof, you say? Literally all of his dialogue. Every single encounter that Shrimpo has with another toon is him being very angry at them and throwing any insult their way he can possibly think of. He always talks in all caps, insinuating that he is constantly yelling. He would definitely get banned from a Roblox restaurant. He hates just about everything. He hates the toons, he hates elevators, machines, Poppy's bow, everything. My favorite Shrimpo dialogue is when he called Astro Bad Stro. Chef's kiss. Twisted Shrimpo is another common twisted. He appears with Ecor covering the entire bottom half of his face, the top of his head, and his hands, as well as having red eyes. But I think we all really know why Shrimpo is so angry. He is the worst character to play as in the game because his stats are so bad. Even the game itself tells you not to buy him unless you're looking for a challenge. He has a 1 star in every single category, and it's no surprise that a lot of people don't want you on their team if you're a Shrimpo. Hey, if I was created with such bad stats, I'd be mad too. I drew Shrimpo wearing a shrimp hat along with a scruffy white haircut. He's wearing a tank top with red and white stripes, as well as a pair of orange shorts. He's got his arms crossed because of course he's an angry little guy. I know Shrimpo isn't underage, at least I don't think, but I like to imagine him as an angry little...
he likes chocolate chip cookies like every person does. Most people actually.
Kid who got his iPad taken away. Anyways, here is Human Shrimpo.
He likes playing with
Last but not least is Dandy. Dandy is a toon in Dandy's world that actually isn't playable. Well, unless you're an admin. His full name is Dandicus Dancifer. That's a long name. He appears as a small humanoid flower, having rainbow flower petals, as well as having mint green arms and legs. With there also being mint-colored blush on his cheeks. You'll always see Dandy as a shopkeeper sitting inside the shop in the lobby room, and you can make purchases from him for things like toons, trinkets,
out of
skins, and game passes. He also appears in the elevator, where you can purchase items from him after every other round. While Dandy often comes off as joyful and kind like many other toons, it's very clear he has something to hide. When Dandy appears in the elevator with his shop open, he is always expecting players to make a purchase. When you don't buy from him for the first time, he simply smiles and waves, expecting you'll buy the second time. But every time the player declines to purchase from his shop, Dandy becomes more and more visibly frustrated, until finally he snaps, eventually appearing as his
2 seconds away from ripping my face off. I'm not even joking.
Twisted form is visibly much larger in comparison to normal, with his eyes now being red and having a wide smile with sharp teeth. His face looking very psychotic. His body is now a completely different shape, having structure very similar to a horse, with film tape wrapped around his body, the bottom half completely covered in Ecor. His hands are now massive, with rainbow-colored claws matching his flower petals, and his flower petals on his head are now more pointed. Twisted Dandy not only looks insanely different in comparison to other Twisteds, but he's also lethal, meaning if you get hit by him once, you die, making him...
My lights, it just sounds so adorable. Doesn't it?
The only lethal Twisted in the entire game. Not only that, but once a machine is finished, he quickly goes after it. So when you finish a machine on a Dandy run, you'd best get out of there quickly. So needless to say, Twisted Dandy is very dangerous and should not be taken lightly. After his Twisted form appears, he resets and pretends like nothing happened. Many people believe Dandy himself to be a possible antagonist in Dandy's world, and possibly even evil. Considering it's literally called Dandy's world, we can assume he has control over most things. And it's theorized that he may have done something questionable with the Ecor operation, which is what turns toons into Twisteds to begin with. Despite this, it has still been confirmed by the creator that Dandy is not evil, rather he is just in the quote-unquote morally gray area. So he's probably done some bad things, but he isn't evil. Strangely enough, it appears as though Dandy chooses to...
Gotcha! I swear. You know what, this would look cute if I was making
ignore some of the main tunes, but remains close with Astro. This is implied in some of the dialogues, like the one between V and Sprout. Why he chooses to ignore these tunes is currently unknown. Dandy is a very interesting character, and I really hope we get to learn more about him soon. For his human design, I drew and colored his hair to resemble his flower petals. Since Dandy is, I guess you could say, the host of the entire game and the show, I feel like he definitely stands out more from the rest. So I went for a more formal approach on his clothes. He's wearing a vest with a mint green undershirt, also decorated with flower petal cuffs on the ends of his sleeves.
I'm actually putting him in his winter hoodie because Yeah, it's getting cold. I literally bought everybody a literal winter hoodie by now. Yes.
He's wearing a flower tie with white and green stripes and pants to match. Twisted Dandy was definitely a bit of a challenge to piece together with his human design, but I think I pulled it off pretty well, and it's definitely creepy. Here is Human Dandy. Don't let him find you. First up on this list, we've got Boxton. Boxton the Music Box is one of the 2 available starter tunes in Dandy's World, right beside Poppy. Though, if you do choose Poppy instead, you can buy Boxton later on for 250 iCore. By the way, I got a lot of comments on my last video telling me I said iCore wrong. Apparently, it's iCore and not E-core. I get it, so stop bullying me.
Olive.
Anyway, Boxton appears as a purple music box with a key on the back of his head and a somewhat shy-looking facial expression. A blue bandana is tied around his neck, and his pants are the same color blue with darker blue stripes. His personality is described as very shy and introverted, frequently stuttering when he speaks. And it's apparent Boxton often overthinks things and worries a lot, as seen in many of his interactions with the other tunes. Twisted Boxton is another very common Twisted you'll come across in Dandy's World. In his Twisted form, Boxton's music box lid is now wide open, showing iCore leaking from the top. He wears a
onto a freaking huge pizzaplex that takes like 12 hours to explore the first story to the top story.
A smile on his face with sharp teeth, and his eyes are now red. 2 arms comprised of iCore can be seen reaching out of his head, as if they're in search for prey. Moving back to normal Boxton, he has decent stats in every category, making him a good all-rounder tune just like Poppy. And Boxton's ability, Wind Up, makes him gain 6% more extraction speed for every tune alive in the round, so he's very useful if you're in a lobby full of other players. For his human design, I drew Boxton with purple scruffy hair, and included a wind-up key hairpin. I turned his striped blue pants into baggy arm warmers, and he's wearing a purple shirt and shorts,
what do you
along
think
with
about
a blue
the
tie in the
pizza
middle.
It is a baker by like 3 hours.
Included a band-aid on his face because I imagine Boxton to be a bit clumsy. And of course, I drew him in a cute, shy pose. And don't worry, I didn't forget about his twisted form. He went from cute and shy to straight up nightmare fuel. And the top of his head is sliced off,
I don't have to worry about my own
Human Boxton.
I don't have to worry about closing times. So yes. Also, the perk for knowing Athens, I can go into any of the pizzerias. I head into any of the restricted areas. Because technically, I'm the creator in some sort of way. Not in a weird sense
Philly your
of way.
bagel? Of course.
But I
potatoes,
literally have a
eggs,
I literally
and
can
pasta,
delete them if I
and
wanted
low
to.
creaminess.
I'm pretty
Philadelphia,
sure.
a creamy touch of magic.
Next up is Scraps. Scraps, the paper craft, appears to be made almost completely out of paper, also heavily resembling a cat. She has a hexagon-shaped head with triangle ears on top, as well as circular red hands and feet with claws. Her dress is an upside-down cupcake liner, and her tail also has a plastic cup on the end. 2 red lions can be seen on both of her eyes. Scraps loves making crafts and artwork, and overall is a very kind tune, caring for others, especially her little brother Goob. She's also described as somewhat airheaded, and maybe a bit immature at times, but nonetheless, she's a great friend. Twisted Scraps, on the other hand, is a very rare type of Twisted, appearing with now more grayed out skin, and her ears being much more long and sharp. Her facial expression is a psychotic wide smile, with very sharp teeth, and red eyes with cat-like pupils. Her claws are now sharper as well as her dress, and the plastic cup on her tail has now split down in the middle, having transformed into a reptile-like mouth with fangs. iCore can be seen on several parts of her body. This Twisted is very rare, and despite having played many times, I've only encountered her twice. However, when she does appear, her Twisted form should definitely be avoided. As similar to Twisted Goob, her ability allows her to attack tunes even from far away. When she spots you, she can quickly send her tail towards you, hitting you and taking a heart away. Because her attacks are so long range, it's best to stay near islands and other objects to circle around, so she doesn't get the chance to reach you with that freaky tail. Luckily, her speed is very slow, and is still easier to get away from than Twisted Goob. In terms of stats, Scraps has the best stamina out of basically any of the other tunes. However, the rest of her stats are pretty average, her speed and skill check being below average. I still got to floor 11 by myself using Scraps for the first time, so she definitely isn't a bad tune. You just gotta know what you're doing. Plus, her pastel paper skin is literally the cutest in the entire game. Her ability Crafty Grapple allows her to use her tail to pull herself towards other tunes, which can be great in escaping Twisteds and getting to the elevator faster. I drew Scraps with a short, swoopy hairstyle, and she's wearing a headband with paper cat ears. Her cupcake liner dress is now turned into a doll-type dress with cross-style ribbons on the sides. Since she's a human, I turned her plastic cuptail into a cute little bell around her neck, and she's wearing red gloves as well as triangle earrings. Here is Human Scraps.
Because generally, no.
Coming up is Joyride. I mean, Glisten. Glisten the Mirror is a toon who has a light gold mirror head with a swirl at the top resembling hair, as well as pink blush on his cheeks. A big pink bow is tied around his waist, somewhat resembling wings. He also wears white leg warmers decorated with pink spots. Glisten is a very prideful toon with a big ego, always boasting about his own greatness and achievements, calling himself perfect. But under this persona, we eventually see Glisten is not as perfect as he claims to be. This is clearly seen in one of his interactions with Toodles, where she exposes him for crying and venting to Roger about his problems. This results in Glisten quickly ending the conversation due to being insecure. In the end, despite his big ego, he is still a very good friend to the other toons. However, Glisten's interactions with the other toons isn't the only thing that exposes his deep insecurities. As when you meet Twisted Glisten, his perfect persona really cracks. Literally. This Twisted is very unique from all the others, as he has two forms. His first form is his passive form, where he can be seen with a giant crack in his mirror and smudged makeup on his face. His torso is now split in half, revealing a massive ichor in the middle. And we can see both his hands are now tied together by his pink ribbon, also being stained with ichor. His facial expression appears desperate and afraid. Surprisingly enough, in this form, he doesn't actually hurt you. Instead, he can be seen roaming around the map, crying out for help, asking for other toons to come and comfort him, as he is on the brink of insanity. And it's also confirmed Twisted Glisten tied his own hands together with a ribbon to prevent himself from hurting the other toons. This makes it seem like Twisted Glisten is the first Twisted to be fully aware of his situation, and he's the only one who's actually able to speak with players. In this passive form, a meter can be seen above him, and a player needs to stay near Glisten to make sure he doesn't reach 100. At 50, he gives a second and final warning to players when no one is with him, saying that he can't be alone. When he finally reaches 100%, Glisten screams that he can't take it anymore and enters enraged mode. His hand breaking free and he's now crying ichor. This causes him to run around the map, and when he spots you, he becomes insanely fast. The vast majority of toons cannot outrun Twisted Glisten, so if you get spotted by him, good luck. And if he doesn't transform by that point, he still transforms when the last machine is finished, screaming, "Wait, no, don't leave me." This shows us Glisten's true colors, and behind his perfect facade, he's actually terrified of being alone, and cares deeply about his friends. Twisted Glisten makes me so sad, and the fact that he had to tie his own hands together because he was afraid of hurting us is heartbreaking. Anyways, moving back to Toon Glisten, he's a great extractor, having 5-star extraction speed with a decent movement speed and stamina. Glisten's ability is also great because it allows him to teleport to other toons. Because Glisten really cares about his appearance, I went for the more fancy approach. He's wearing glossy pink eyeshadow, because we already know Glisten loves doing his makeup. And I also put a pink bow on his collar to match with his bigger bow around his waist, which is tied around a fashionable jumper suit he's wearing. He has arm warmers and white socks, and you know I had to make him holding a mirror because hey, he always needs to make sure he looks perfect. I was so sad drawing his twisted form. I know his face isn't glass in my drawing, but I made it cracked anyway. Here is Toon Glisten.
Also, some of my videos have been getting privated recently ever since I uploaded that.
Here comes Gigi. Gigi the Gachapon is a toon in Dandy's world with a Gachapon for a head, and wearing an oversized light blue sweater with sleeves that cover her hands, and a yellow star in the middle. Her skin is red with darker red accents, and she
hello guys, so this is part 2 to a video I did. Actually, part 2 isn't a part 2. This is all gonna be in one recording, but for me it's a part 2. Alright, so guys, you might be questioning, why haven't you uploaded for today? Well, I did most of the video in part 1 of this part 2 situation kind of not thing. And then I left that, and then I did this before I went to school today. So excuse me for my burping that I just did. Don't know if anyone caught that and came out. Okay, you know what? That sounds disgusting. I am just not gonna bring that up ever again. Okay. Now, guys, you might understand me for quite literally having immense trauma to their characters, like having problems with not giving their characters at least 60 dialogue papers, 60,000 messages, 66 notifications, that my character has no trauma. It's my favorite thing to make on this channel, guys. My character is suffering from some kind of trauma. Mental trauma, physical trauma. Any kind of trauma is my character's tea at this point. Yes, I cannot stop accidentally giving my characters depressing backgrounds. Or something just depressing generally. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but if you ever start off in a gacha community, you will understand what I mean by keep accidentally making something depressing. So yeah. Okay, so this character is not actually gonna be at the cafe. I just figured to make them because yes. Also, figurative speech not at the cafe, but still part of the cafe crew. And by the long hair, you all assume it's another female. Yes, second female, but not gonna be really one that's gonna be petted. Hashtag reasons. The reason why she's not gonna be part of the squad is because of her eyes right now. I forgot to use the model. Here, I did just do myself. There. Her eyes aren't pointy enough. I want her to have some pointy eyes. She is having the point today. Hanukkah, 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 Hanukkah. Hey guys, if anybody has to pick up a trend or something, I don't know, but yeah. You can see by her red eyes, she clearly is not a normal cat by any means necessary. Okay, maybe the big bulging eyes did not work with this character. Maybe they work a bit better if I just shrinking them a bit. Okay, I don't know what's wrong, but yeah. You can see about her, she definitely does not look friendly by any means necessary. Red glowing eyes is not a good expression for a cat. So clearly she's not a cat or dragon because so she has to be something else. Maybe something that is dangerous, something that's actually real. Sometimes we keep them as literal pets, something that's related to doggies, but it's not doggies. Okay, that's your hints. I'm pretty sure if you want extra hint, that's your last hint you'll get from me. Take one good look of it. Alright. You'll get your answers as soon as I get to the ears. Click. Oh, I forgot to give the other ones cattails. Oh, okay, that might be a problem. You know what, we don't need cattails. If you guessed it right, you have guessed it. A wolf. I hope everyone was able to pass that test of flying colors. Also, if anybody's wondering what that alarm is in the back, my mom sets the alarm in the morning so she doesn't really forget stuff because my mom and me suck at remembering stuff. LOL. She's quite aggressive. I mean, quite aggressive. She somehow almost broke through my bubble yesterday. Yes, normally when I say bubble, magical bubbles cannot be destroyed by any means necessary. And if you somehow get anywhere close to it, you have to be very strong or very well have a lot of time to do that. So, to be honest, we were around her 24/7 when we were doing that. What I mean, me and Nature eventually went out. We got her. Basically, for the last few days, we've been having this disgusting smell up in the rooftop. Apparently, I think we found the culprit yesterday or today. It was her. She was leaving dead animals up there. So yeah, the smell somehow got into the airs, and yeah, quite literally. Made that place smell like rotten chicken. Wasn't very pleasant for the guests or me. So I won't say her as needing glasses very much. She was really a strong-willed girl to not get trapped by humans. We don't really know much. We haven't even got her name yet. We're still trying to break through her hardened shell. And I'm pretty sure humans have murdered her brother. I'm pretty sure because while she was absolutely trying to kill poor Danger, something fell out of her pocket. So I grabbed it and it was soaking, or like damp, like when something you can cry on like hundreds of times. And it was a crossover. I just want a little child next to her. So I am assuming since she's a teenager, I'm pretty sure that's her younger brother. I'm not sure. She looks like she's around the teenager groups, maybe like 17 to 16. Not 100% sure yet. She's pretty tall for being a 16-year-old though. Maybe like a very small 18-year-old kind of like normal, a little average, a teeny bit above average for a 17-year-old though. For all I know, I just found her yesterday, and I took it on as my mission to somehow get her kind enough so we actually get her name and stuff. So far, we rely on that she's very aggressive and that her brother may or may not be dead by humans. I'm not sure about that one. No, but honest though, since I kind of live more in the city area in my AU of America or whatever, more populated areas, we literally live the Kitty Cat Café literally is next to an alleyway, so yeah. Actually connects to it, actually. Not next to it, connects. She's a high. So far, we barely have any information on her right now. Right now, I have her on my bed. She is literally have to be held back by chains. And yes, when I mean that, I don't mean it as something rude or disrespectful. I just don't want to fall asleep, wake up, and be in heaven for the second time, okay? I don't want to be wrapped to shreds, okay? Trying to keep myself and my being dead again separated. Pretty sure we all want to keep that a truth. But though she did seem quite a little bit beaten up, I'm not so positive why she looks so beaten up, but whatever could be the reason, I just hope she's alright and she's fine. Because she does look like a nice person, she's just anger issues in the way. So yeah. pretty sure until I can buy her, I'm pretty sure she's going to be wearing these clothes until I can get her until the package arrives. Mid trying to kill us all, I let her pick out some clothes, the hoodies and stuff. Yes, because she, by force or not, she is being one of us. Also, sweet kitten, I know you love freedom, and it's almost your freedom time, but can you keep it a bit more on the, let's try to wake up the whole household because it's literally 4:41. Oh, my mom's people. Okay, great. Yep, that's all this. Oh, Mom. Yeah, I'm just gonna record that. Okay, we're not. Hey guys, it's almost December 1st. It's almost December. And I'm so excited. You know why? If no one remembers why, then a quick second. Because my mom might be giving me my very own phone. So yes. I'm very excited for that because Kitten, I love you, sweetie. Or should I call you Kit? Kit, I love you. Do not meow, please. Don't wake the household up in a very respectful and kind way, Kitten. Don't know if anybody can hear background noise, but I definitely can. I'm pretty sure her top's supposed to be white, but, I don't think we really got that. Her bandages do seem a bit newer, her bandages do not seem new at all, which kind of sucks. Kitten, you're precious, just do not wake the house up, maybe. So yeah, we don't really have much about her quite yet. But so far, she hasn't given us huge amounts of problems. Which I honestly respect because generally I don't have the time nor the money. Hate that number. I don't have the time or money to literally babysit her, so I'm having to. Might be my cure. It seems like her shoes, though. It seems like her shoes are pretty new. Same with her bandage on her foot. Seems like it's a bit newer. Her jacket, by the looks of it, is a teeny bit more cleaner. So, about the chances of her have gotten a new jacket recently weren't that slim. So So she seems really wild. So adding on, so she's actually really adorable, and because I probably should end this video soon, I think I'm only doing one gotcha related thing, and then after that, it's gonna be completely, okay, I'm selecting fashion for today. But this is 20 categories. This by any means necessary is not fashionable. This though, yes, this. Aesthetic wise, a lot. Now let's see if anything can blow me away. I like the hair, but pretty sure this one's kind of cute. This one actually kind of looks like the worst. These two look really cheerful. Nurse Nee! Oh, I thought that was a Nurse Nee. I'm pretty sure that's something else, but yeah. Pretty sure that's Nurse Look. Okay. Adorable. Oh my god, that blows me away. Adorable. Gorgeous, love the fit. Dragon Fresh, okay, that was really cute. This one looks really simple but really cute, and then this one looks really simple, really cute. More demon aesthetic. Kidcore, in my opinion. Cool. This one just looks kind of fancy. Whoever made the dress, tell me I like it, because I do generally. Ooh. This one, pretty. This one, stunning. This one's so simple, but I love the hair and the face. This one, the outfit idea is so cute. And then this one looks really pretty, especially the Miku-ass style outfit. Okay, actually, since it is section, I looked at that. Okay, this is only 11, so yeah. Might as well review it. Also, she gives me this Fennec Fox kind of vibes, if you know what I mean. Oh. I don't really like the face for this one. Don't know, but yeah. This one looks so simple in a cute, professional way. I know I run away from this, but this one, that looks like a gin. Also, I have to tell you a fun spider fact. So today, like a few hours ago, before I was going to bed, a spider, I caught him while I was watching YouTube, and I literally jumped up, screamed bloody murder, ran to my mom, told her to kill it. She said she couldn't, so I grabbed the broom and I just stabbed at the wall. So I saw it, but then I lost it. So now I have a random spider in my room somewhere, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't been able to sleep today. So yeah. This guy just looks like he had trauma. We all know those things kept you up. Okay, I'm preparing the base then. Okay, please not anything inappropriate.
Search and play Snake in the Google app. Just type Snake Game to play daily challenges.
You know what? I like Google, but the ads at the beginning of them is crazy and so like. How about at least got like 60 ads in the past 2 days from them? Okay, that's it. Bye, my pretty FNAF fans, and have a fantastic day. Or I'll go to your house and steal all of your cookies and force you into a good day. Got it? Okay. Now, bye. Also, college does not suck. You will make some friends, and you're a special light. Okay, that's it. Bye. Actually, done. So the My Little Pony thing will be continued. I promise. Also, my videos recently been getting privated ever since I posted that singing battle video. So if anybody can tell me why, that would be fantastic. Okay, now.